All right, hell yes. Let's finish this draft one way or another. We're two losses down. We have a decent deck. One loss was a complete robbery to a disconnect bug. The second loss just got more or less demolished. I'm pretty sure our opponent ended with over 20 life. Uh, we have hit the threshold so that we can draft again, so we're happy there. But obviously, every win we get is worth more and makes it so we need less wins the next draft to run it back. I'll probably only do one more draft because I don't feel like I'm getting a ton out of these in terms of collection building. Just like the classic zero creature hand. I do think we have to keep. Our deck has like 18 creatures in it, so we're at 33 card deck, 18, so more than half the deck is creatures. And we can cycle this Pursue Glory as much as I've resisted doing it. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. Bad for them, good for us. We're up a card and we're on the draw. Oh, and they're playing like what to me seem like unplayable cards. But if unless they're in like a very like cycling vertical build, so we're curving out. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, I don't feel like I'm getting a ton out of these. They the WotC folks kind of made it sound like the bots were going to be very generous with passing like rares. It might be that there's just not that many rare lands like in the two Devastation packs. They're all in the Amonkhet pack. So that could be why I'm not seeing. I think I saw one Sun Petal Grove, which I passed. I did get one red green cycle land, which made me pretty happy. If we draw a land next turn, we're playing Archer, swinging, and impeccable timing to get double triggers. Just to meme it up with the Archers. They the Archers are underperforming, but they are 2 drops. In this format, a 2/1 without an exert ability does not seem to be very powerful. This is still my crash course on learning how to play this set for limited, this block for limited. And I guess my takeaway is that zombies can be powerful, but it does seem a little uncommon dependent. I still kind of like this play. Uh, no, actually, I think I'll hold back. So our opponent missed a land drop. Oh, they got there this turn. Oh, with these two out, we actually have 6 damage to the face in spells in hand. Damn. See, if only this was like a 2 mana 2/3, this could actually be a constructible card. A card I would construct with, at the very least. Alright, I don't think we want to blow. Actually, we're gonna play a 4 drop next turn, right? So let's do this. Let's bait the let's bait the trick and then impeccable timing them to get the 2 for 1. Okay. Pop pop. Fire off those arrows. If they have a second trick, I mean kudos. Okay. Tip beer into our glass. Um, yeah, let's get this creature down. Then next turn we'll look for a puncturing blow, or maybe even a pursue glory. Probably the order is going to be puncturing blow next turn to pursue the turn after. This has lifelink, which is a little, but I don't think that they're going to want to swing because they just expose themselves to so much swing back damage. And this is kind of like keeping me from attacking for now. So they're cycling for land. I'm assuming that they. Do we actually want a puncturing blow the camel, the lifelinker, and attack with this? I kind of like that. Get 2 more damage in, take their lifelinker off the table. They're obviously struggling, so let's push the advantage. And we'll do a normal attack here. They're tapped out, there's no tricks. They're going to block here, and then we get to push for 4. Whereas this way they would block. Oh, we probably still end up getting 4 this way, so this might be silly, but I didn't want to exert because I feel like next turn we might be pursuing glory and pursuing the win. Yeah. Oh, what? Alright, we're definitely pursuing glory this turn. It's just lethal, right? 3, we get to pump this to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, trigger, yes. Yeah, 3, 5, 6, 7, yeah. It's easily lethal with archers triggering. So the archers do get in for the full 6 this game. Bravo to them. There's really no way that they can block, unfortunately. I mean, fortunate for us, unfortunate for them. Still the same math. Yeah, I guess we can technically pump this one 3 times. Oh, and the afflict hits for the rub-ins. Cool. That's 4 wins. 5 wins gives us 650. So it would be up to 1300 minus 750. So then we'd only need a couple wins in the follow-up draft to go again. Or at least we could save it for Dominaria the following weekend, which I'm very excited about. I'm not exactly sure why people were like raving about this draft format, and maybe it's just that it's the bots and that we're getting so many kind of like boring mirror matchy games. But there doesn't seem to be a ton of depth going on here. It seems to be uh, who curves out, who has the better 2 drops, and in the event that both players curve out and have good 2 drops, I guess who has like the better exert ones, or who has the more timely like removal spell, and maybe that's not fair. Maybe all limited formats more or less boil down to that. But I mean, I'm thinking back to like draft formats that I really like Time Spiral and Ravnica, where there were a lot of tools to create very cool decks, and I don't feel like I can create very cool decks with the tools that WotC is handing me right now. So this is insane for us that they spent their main phase. They didn't even want to bluff a spell. They just spent their main phase cycling Desert of the True. So the question is, do we swing an impeccable this? Do I want to hold struggle and open fire? They cost 3, so they're going to be harder to use. Maybe I struggle this and get in for 6. The open fire is very flexible. No, maybe I open fire. I mean, if I get in for 6 though, the open fire, the 3 damage to the face is now a lot. Uh, this is close. If you have a preference, let me know. I do think I want to use one of these 3 damage spells. I'm guessing that they're land heavy in their draw if they cycled that. So maybe I'll want to keep struggle. Alright. Let's err towards them having like a 4 power or 4 toughness or 5 toughness thing that we're going to want to remove. Sure. So let's not first strike this. We might need to first strike it next turn if they play something big that we can't remove. Or we can use that like in response in conjunction with impeccable timing. Where do people come up with these names? Like, doesn't anyone read magazines? Just steal a magazine's name. That's all you have to do. And so here I think we want to hold back. Well, we're gonna first strike this. And try to get it for 4. I really want to cast this one time ever. I don't know. I don't think they can swing here. Okay, this is not terrible. We'll hold back. We're gonna get a free attack next turn. I don't know. Like the archer's really not that bad. Like if it triggers a couple times, that chip damage really matters in these very edgy, like creature-oriented games where you need to really balance like how much damage can I take, how much can I return. Like those little triggers can really just change the inflection point in a match. All right, so let's think what we're doing here. I think we're sending with this first striking it up, seeing if they have any weird tricks. One weird trick to stop Ret Crop Spearmaster. I could see them doing some combination of blocks and pump spell. This jumping. Uh, yeah. So let's timing that. We don't want to lose our friend who's done so much for us. We still get a damage in off the Firebrand trigger. We don't get to play our Titan, but we do get to struggle whatever they play on their turn. whatever big boy they drop down, and then we can just follow up a Titan. We're still stuck on land, which is pretty good for us. Do we want to struggle this? No. Let's just make our Titan. This is the safest route, and then struggle in like Pollock next turn, and this will grow. And we'll even have another exert turn. Exert is such a weird mechanic. It's kind of like the werewolf mechanic from the horror movie block, but it's even more edgy. It's like you get to attack once every 2 turns. It's one of those mechanics that I'm so glad that the only time I've ever played with it is online and not in paper, because I can imagine like the fucking fist fights that broke out at F&M over people accidentally or intentionally untapping creatures they exerted the turn before. Yeah, we love this one. We kind of have a soft spot for these, though they may not be good. But I think we have to mulligan. Old man Jit. You mulligan as well, just for fun? Oh, alright, we have to keep. At least we have the right colors. Keep the Abrade. Knowing that we have a braid on top is actually not a bad 5. This will be tough, though. Uphill battle. But 5 wins, considering that we took just a free loss, is not bad. What the hell is that? Okay. I guess if you're playing a very defensive deck, just having a 1 with Death Touch is not the worst thing in the world. It seems pretty bad. Well, we'll see how this plays out. If they start to just take over, we'll concede it pretty quick. And I'll try to get it as far into my next one as I can. How would we? I mean, we could try making the 5th one something fun. Um, try doing like a blue black or blue red cycling. How badly do I want to play this out? This is pretty disappointing. This end turn bug is going to be the end of me. We're losing to Ruin Rat deck. Help. We actually can't beat sir. Please don't exile cards from my graveyard. They have a desert? They do. Nice. Nice, you fell for it. I really didn't want to discard either of these. Oh, okay. We lose. We lost turns ago, but we lose now. Alright. So well, that was a tough end, but we got to 5. Let's see what our rewards were. Let's see if we get a bonus pack. The elusive bonus pack. And as I said before, you don't really know how many you got until you go check, and it was because fuck us, you know? Torment of Hailfire. Fill out the comments. Okay. Well, let's run it back for one more. This will end this series. It feels bad. I think we could have gotten a 6 with that, maybe even 7 with some luck. We had a couple rough games, and obviously that one disconnect error loss that cost us. But still, 5 is not bad. Very close to break even. A lot of free cards in the process. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I've had some beer, so I know I'm getting a little more tilted. But let's at least do one more draft tonight. I don't think I'm going to play the games. I'll save them for tomorrow. But I'll do the draft, and then we'll have a nice 5 or 6 draft set to kind of distribute through the week. So thanks for watching. Enjoyed this stuff, and we'll do this again for Dominaria. But there's still one more hour of Devastation. So this is the end.